All right. YouTube, welcome. Today is Clear Vision Wednesday. Our topic today is Love Your Eyes and See Better. I'm Claudia Mühlenweg, the founder of the Naturally Clear Vision Method, and my company is Holistic Vision. I'm going live here every week. We were not here last week, but let's dive right into the material. So tomorrow is World Sight Day. Every year in October, it's I think it's the second Thursday of the month or something like that. But World Sight Day is basically the idea to create awareness around vision impairment and blindness. And here's the thing that I find a lot. I just gave a talk at the Mindshare Leadership Summit, and there's we take our vision for granted, right? We don't, when the vision gets blurry, we get annoyed, like, oh my God, now I get older, I need glasses. But really, what does your vision mean to you when you think about it? How important is your eyesight to you? Like for me, it's like important. It's like I can't even imagine not seeing. It's our most important sense, and yet we kind of treat our eyesight almost like like an afterthought. So before I begin, I have 10 tips for you today, 10 strategies to love your eyes. I do want to briefly talk about the World Sight Day. I put the link into the YouTube comments. They have the 4 Ps, and I thought that was I love those 4 Ps: prevent, protect, preserve, and prioritize. So without diving into those, because you can read up on your own on those, but prevent is about diet. I will talk about diet today. Protect, they do say, wear sunglasses. I have a different opinion. I have lots of materials on this. I don't think sunglasses are necessary for most people in most conditions, but they talk about the posture on your computer, taking breaks from screen, cosmetics, like stuff, especially as women, we put on our eyes that have possible toxins in there or just irritants. So those are really great topics. And preserve, they talk about go get an eye exam. I think it is important to get an eye exam and make sure, especially if you're over 50 or if you have any family history of any eye disease, to get your eyes checked regularly. Do I agree with the idea that they're prescribed glasses? No. To me, glasses are, like I call them in my talk, the pills for the eyes, because they basically they give you no feedback that you need to make changes. So, but an eye exam, just knowing that, that checking your eyes, because your eyes are the indicator for many, many diseases: diabetes, heart disease, cancer, Lyme disease. Many things can be found in the eyes before you can actually see them in blood tests or just have symptoms. And then their 4th P was prioritize. And I 100% agree with that. So they're saying, and you're here today, they're talking about educate yourself, right? Educate yourself about vision. Everybody that's in my Clear Vision Club, that's with me on Zoom, you guys have already done that, and you're continuously doing that. So educate yourself and others about vision. And also what they say, consider love your eyes as a life's mission. So I 100% agree with that. But let's dive into my 10 tips. So number 1, and I talk about it, everybody thinks it's eye exercises, right? Nothing wrong with eye exercises. But here's the thing, eyes are not abs, like your ab muscles. You have to be doing them mindfully and relaxed. You can train your abs, you can do 100 crunches and hate every minute of it, and you would still get better abs. Your eye muscles don't work that way. They're usually too tense already. So it's really about relaxing and being mindful. And we see in our brain, not in our eyes. So the first thing I want to talk about is the self-talk, or how we talk about our vision. So I hear a lot, I'm blind like a bat. I can't see anything. My vision I'm blurry. Everything is blurry without my glasses. So there's a lot of negative talk about your eyes. So first tip here is write your eyes love notes. Could be little Post-it stickers, could be little postcards. Maybe write them a love letter. At a minimum, change how you talk about your eyes. And I will give you some examples. You can call them affirmations, but think about it, really think about it. What do your eyes allow you to do in this world? So I have a few examples that I came up with, but I encourage you to write your own. For instance, I treasure and cherish you, my eyes. You are my greatest joy. I am so grateful for you and the beauty you let me see. Or you are connecting my soul to the world. You allow love to flow through me and from me. Have you ever done eye gazing, right? When you gaze into someone's eyes, we connect with each other, yes, through touch, but really through our eyes. Another one, thank you, eyes, for letting me live in the present moment, right? It's so easy if we close our eyes to drift into past or future, but your eyesight is keeping you in the present moment. Or with every exhale, I feel more relaxed. My vision is clear. My eyes are happy. I am happy. Life is beautiful. So whenever you catch yourself saying something like, oh, I can't see anything without my glasses, it's like, let me just take a breath. I can see a lot. It's getting better every day. So just reframe something. If I can see everything clearly doesn't feel right because it feels like too far from the truth, how can you reframe how you talk about your vision in a way that's positive and encouraging and actually helping you manifest better vision? All right, second thing today is breathing. And I have a whole host of breath practices. I wanted to share one with you today. So inhales invigorate us, right? They give us energy, they give us oxygen. Exhale is when we create that relaxation. So you actually have your heart rate actually goes slightly up on the inhale and it goes slowly, a little bit down on the exhale. So I call this the breath of love. And here's, we're going to do it together. So close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And then hold your breath at the top. Just don't strain. And then blink your eyes open and exhale, slowly blinking your eyes open. Take your glasses off. I forgot to say that. Take your glasses off. And just notice, what are you feeling? What are you seeing? And then continue. Take 10 of these breaths. So inhale, eyes closed, connecting with your body, your eyes, and then blinking your eyes open on the exhale and just looking around, just noticing, what do I see? How does this feel? What colors am I noticing? Right? Imagine that your eyes are being touched by a loving presence, by a healing energy, so that you this world is like pixie dust, So you think of that, not stuff that's hard to see or blurry or that's difficulty, but really, how can it be easy and effortless? How can you imagine receiving love? Like the light that's coming into your eyes is love that your eyes receive. That's nourishing your soul, your heart. So continue doing a few of these breaths. I call them breath of love, but I like the idea. Inhales, eyes are closed. And then you hold it a little bit at the top, which also helps you relax. And then you blink your eyes open as you exhale and you look around and just imagine everything that your eyes are seeing is really helping you relax and see better and connect with the world. And that's how most of our connection is done through the visual sense. All right, moving on. Number 3, most of you, or at least those of you that follow me or do any vision improvement, know those, sunning and palming. And you can do them separate or you can do them as a sandwich. And I want to teach the sandwich today. My hands are really cold. It's getting chilly. So I like to rub my hands together, especially if they're cold. And the sunning, I'm not outside. If you are outside or you do this outside, obviously the sun would be coming your way and you close your eyes. I like to inhale and then exhale, turn my head to the side. And then inhale, come back to center, and you notice more brightness. I'm going to see if I have a flashlight right here. So I'm going to mimic the sun with my flashlight, So basically, you could also do it this way, where you move the flashlight around. Or you can, if you have the actual sun, right, you would be having my flashlight here. You could do the head turning, which I really like. It helps you also to release tension in the neck. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. And again, if you use a flashlight, you can also just shine the flashlight on one eye and then the other eye. Or you can hold it in the center and turn your head. That's anyway. And then you do palming. So palming, again, rubbing your hands together if they're really cold, and then close your eyes and then cover your eyes with your cupped hands. There's no pressure on the eyes. Relax your shoulders. Ideally, you would be able to rest your elbows on something. Notice some after images. See, your eyes are closed, but what can you see in your visual field? What is your brain interpreting, or what is it noticing? I see some blue. All right, and then you slowly move the hands away, and then you do another round. So you can do in as many rounds as you want. Think of these as like healthy Oreo cookies for your eyes. So, right, it's like sunning and palming. It's white and dark, black, white and black. So you can do as many rounds as you want. Ideally, obviously, you do this outside with actual sunlight or daylight. And then again, I'm going to do one more. I recommend that you end with palming and that you palm at the very end, palm as long as it takes for any after images or colors to disappear. Those are the the visual purple that stimulates the cone cells. And it's just a normal response. So I have a really bright, intense blue right now. So I'm going to come out earlier. And when you come out of palming, don't just rip your hands away and rip your eyes open, but take your hands slowly away. Let your eyes get used to the light. And then when you're ready, you do 5 quick blinks, blink, 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 5 gentle squeezes, and your eyes probably feel a lot more lubricated. Mine do. So my number 4 strategy is a little massage. And if you've been following me, I have a whole, put it in the YouTube, a roll and relax library. I use these little therapy balls for myofascial release. There's a link in there these balls are from Tune Up Fitness. And I love these balls because they're really amazing. So I will show both with balls and with hands. And I will begin with the hands. So your neck, right? Your neck is your bottleneck. And when you did the sunny, you already did a little bit of stretching of the neck, but it might still be tight. So you can use your hands. One thing I like to do is like move my flat hand and then turning my head, or doing the other direction too, where you drag down and then I'm moving my head to the other direction. So you just kind of, with like flat pressure, go across your neck. And there's the scalenes, the sternocleidomastoid, a lot of these tight neck muscles. You can also do here on the trapezius a little bit, but just kind of using your hands, or doing it this way. I like to use the opposite hand, especially it's easier when you drag it down versus going upwards, but so use your hands. And then if you have the balls, there's 2 ways to do the neck with the balls that I love. I'm going to show this. This is a grippy, pliable ball, air-filled. And you think of I like to think of shaving. You just kind of use the ball and you can actually really nicely massage the front of the neck. You're not going to press really hard, but you turn the ball and it creates, because it's grippy, so it creates this kind of shearing, especially here under the chin. It feels so good. Right there's a lot of tension in these muscles under the chin. And that's why you usually don't get a massage. So the ball is amazing. You go back and forth a few times, or if you have your hands, you can definitely, kind of massage right here underneath, and any kind of, or like massage a little bit like that, like pie crust. So don't worry about doing something wrong or right, just massage. Any kind of massage will feel good. Another way I like to do with the little balls is kind of put them in there and then wind them up a little bit. So you pin and spin. Ooh, this is a nice sweet pinch. It's not as easy. You can definitely grab your muscles here and do this with your hands, but this is one of my favorite ways at the desk, right? To just lean in there and and I have videos on my YouTube for all of this. So you can definitely 100%, like there's whole routines, 30 minutes, there's really short ones. So this is one of my favorites. Just, and you might check your neck rotation before and after, and you feel like so much more blood flow and range of motion. So this will definitely affect your vision. And then do a little bit of massage. This is also great with the balls. The jaw tends to get really tight. So I like to do, push them up. It can be quite painful. I always call this Der Schrei, the Egon Schiele painting, the Austrian painter of the last century. But and then, or you move them down as you close your mouth. Or you can simply just grab your muscles here. Mine are definitely tight from talking at a conference for 5 days. You can just grab your masseter here and just kind of do a little bit of a massage this way, or just pinch it, right? And then a little bit around the eyes. You have all seen this. There's certain acupressure points, but again, I don't want you to get too stressed. Any massage will feel good here, so don't worry about exactly hitting a point, but you know, that right at the inner edge of the eyebrows. You can use your thumbs, can do a little bit of a like massage, or you can just hold them still and press. And in the middle of the eyebrow, I like to do a little bit of a wiggle, like a little circle here, end of the eyebrow. And then you can do the inner eye and holding under the eye. Again, these are specific acupressure points, but you know, another thing I like to do to finish this up is doing a little bit of a massage your eyebrows. So the eyebrows can get really tight. And if you have the balls, this is one of my favorite things, is you just take the ball and wind it up a little bit and hold it. And then find another spot. So good. And then you end at the temple. The temple might be tight, especially if you have headaches. Again, I don't want to spend too much time, so you can pause this. You can watch any of my videos and then do the other side. Let's just do it a little bit here, so my left eyebrow doesn't feel ignored. And maybe notice that one side is more tender, and maybe that's the side where you have a little bit more struggle with your vision. So give your head and your eyes and your neck a little massage. Doesn't have to take long. All right, here's my 5th tip. So this one is very obvious, but your eyes are relaxed when you look in the distance. Looking up close is a muscular effort for your eyes, for your lens, for your outer eye muscles. So let your eyes look in the distance. Go outside. You know, if you have the opportunity, go on little nature walks. And if you don't have the opportunity, just get outside or just look out the window. But let your eyes move into the distance, right? And if you have the luxury of seeing the horizon better, I don't, but anything is good where you look in the distance, and then let them move around. Like look at the outlines of buildings, or count, windows in a house across the street. Just let your eyes move far away, let them relax into the distance. Do this as much as possible, because that's really giving your eyes love. I always say, take your glasses off, just let your eyes roam, let them be free and roam around and discover things. You can look for colors, all kinds of things. All right, so the last 5 are not actual vision practices that we're going to be doing together. The last 5 are just tips that I think are really important to give your eyes some love. I talked about blue blocking. I did a whole YouTube live at Clear Vision Wednesday on blue blocking. I like natural light. We need blue light, but I don't like it on the screens and devices. So turn on the night shift mode on Apple devices, or I think it's, I forgot what it's called on Android, but there's a blue blocking thing that you can turn on. I have mine on all day long. You can use Flux, Flux, or Iris. Those are apps that you can install where you can set this to automatic. Just in the evening, I recommend blocking blue light on devices all day long, but letting your eyes receive natural daylight, right? So just the screens, because they have so much blue. That's what I recommend. Then my 7th tip is related to my last Clear Vision Wednesday guest, Dr. Rita Marie Loscalzo, was on here 2 weeks ago talking about blood sugar. So, diabetes is the leading cause of blindness, and diabetes has to do with both obviously with blood sugar, right? With balancing your blood sugar, but also eating too much fat can be a contributing factor. So eat a good, clean diet. Ditch the sugars, really. Like what's more important to you? Your chocolate with tons of sugar in it, or your eyes? Here's the thing, there is lots of great healthy options for sweeteners. Monk fruit, also known as lohan, or stevia. Stevia is an actual plant. It grows used to grow, it died, but it grows in my backyard. It used to grow in my backyard. It's an actual plant, so those don't affect your blood sugar. They're called non-glycemic sweeteners. You can use those if you want to slowly wean yourself off the sweetness, but just cut it out. Like, don't blame your eye disease on age-related. It's like sugar is just so bad for our eyes. So I have chocolates. I eat chocolates that are 100% dark, no sweetener, but there are brands out there that use stevia or monk fruit for sweeteners. So get the chocolate with the non-glycemic sweeteners that don't affect your eyesight. That would be my tip. And also what Dr. Vitamri said, eat the colors of the rainbow, really eat your fruits and veggies and the more different colors, and especially the dark leafy greens, get those in, and that's so good for your eyes. Your eyes will be so grateful if you do that. You can always supplements. I take certain supplements, but supplements do not replace a bad diet. Like they call supplements for a reason. They're supplementing some deficiencies that you might have due to your seasonal ability of certain veggies, where you live, right? What you like, the things that you can tolerate. Maybe you have allergies for certain things, you can't eat certain foods. So you're supplementing, or you have genetic SNPs like I do for vitamin A and vitamin D, where I can metabolize it properly. So use supplements as a supplement based on symptoms, lab tests, and things you need. Don't just buy any random supplement and then eat your donuts and French fries. That's just my advice if you love your eyes and you want to have good vision into old age. All right, moving on. Alcohol. Definitely, I used to drink lots of alcohol, and I have to say, honestly, I love alcohol. I love most drinks. Here's the thing, that what they say about red wine, all the good stuff in red wine you can get in berries and grapes. You don't need wine. Alcohol, there is no safe level of alcohol that you can drink. If you can drink a glass of wine once in a while, fine, totally great, right? I was not that kind of person. When I had a glass of wine, then I wanted another glass of wine, and it became this daily habit. But if you're the kind of person like my sister is, who can drink a glass of wine and then 2 months later, she's like, oh, let's have a glass of wine. Fine, absolutely okay, right? But if you are doing daily drinking, you are not doing your eyes a favor, because obviously the liver is affected. The liver and the eyes are directly connected. Replace it with clean filtered water. Drink half your body weight and pounds and US pounds in liquid ounces. So lots and lots of water. And as it gets colder, maybe warm up the water. I warmed mine up. So mine is like warm water. It's not cold because I feel cold. So maybe it's actually better to drink water at body temperature, not even room temperature. So body temperature, because that way there's no energy needed on your body's part. Let's have a sip of water. All right. And then my last 2 tips. First of all, take your glasses off as much as you can. Glasses are the pills for the eyes because they give you clarity and they don't give you feedback that you need to make changes. Take them off whenever you are safe. Like driving, obviously, you don't want to take glasses off if you need them for driving to be safe, but take them off when you can, or wear weaker glasses if you need them. So let your eyes be free, experience your connection to the world, without those glasses, the barriers, and also they create distortion. If you have plus lenses, like I used to wear, they make everything bigger. If you wear minus lenses, they kind of shrink everything down. So there is a distortion of your actual world when you wear glasses. And my last tip, for those of you, none of my students wear these anymore, but get out of those progressive glasses or bifocals. Or if you're nearsighted, if you wear single distance glasses, your glasses were prescribed for far, far distance, 20 feet, 6 meters, and now you're spending 10 hours looking at 60 centimeters or 2 feet. Those glasses are too strong and they will kill your vision. So don't use there's a reason they're called single distance glasses, because diopters correct you for one distance. If you wear reading glasses, they correct you for 40 centimeters, 16 inches, right, for reading. Those same glasses should not be worn for going on a hike, right? And that's why they invented progressives or bifocals, but those create postural problems. And that's in World Sight Day, they talk about posture, because I've seen people on the computer, doing this, looking through the lower part of the progressives. And that's a whole nother story, but that is related to the creation of astigmatism, neck tension, right? All this, it's like a solution that seems like the good solution, but everybody I talk to, when you get your first pair of progressives or bifocals, you're like, oh my God, I get dizzy. Your body is rejecting them. And then, you're told, get used to them. And eventually your brain is an amazing organ. It gets used to them, right? Eventually we adapt to whatever situation we're in, but they're not good for your vision. So if you do need different correction for different distances, get 2 pairs. Get a pair for the near and get a pair for far. Or if you have, you need less for reading and more for computer, maybe you have 3 pairs. Yes, might be annoying. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars. You can get all glasses online for low cost. This is beyond this talk today. However, get out of those progressive glasses or bifocals and don't wear single distance glasses for more than one distance. That's why they're called single distance. So that was my love for your eyes. I want to okay, I see some questions on YouTube. Let me make sure I can answer those. I learned, okay, about me from Dr. Rita Marie. Okay. I have glaucoma and macular degeneration. I'm 90 years old. Okay, full of vigor. Okay, that is awesome. Well, first of all, congratulations for being here. There is no right age, like age. Yes, age is a thing. There's a biological age and there's a chronological age. And I just discovered a test that I want to take. I will share more when I know more, where you can actually get real time feedback about what you're doing and what your actual biological age is, not your chronological age. So yes, so glaucoma, macular degeneration, so important. Relaxation for glaucoma, so important to eat clean and healthy for macular degeneration so that you get that lutein and zeaxanthin in your diet. Eat those dark leafy greens, and you're doing great. And thank you for being here. So if there's no more questions on YouTube, we will end today's show. Just a quick glance ahead. Next week, I have my dear friend and colleague, Jackie Bowker from Australia on, and she has a method called BETTER, feel better. And she's going to talk about how you can see better with her method. And then 2 weeks from now, I have Dr. Chris Lee on. We don't have a title yet. He is amazing. If you don't know him, follow him on Instagram. He's really funny. Dr. Chris Lee is his Instagram handle, and he's the brain, the what do you call it? Not biohacking, but basically using biometrics, right? He's all about measuring things, and he's very informative. So he's going to be on. So subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments underneath. I will answer questions after the live. And yeah, I put all the links and resources I talked about today into the chat. And I see you next week, YouTube. Bye, everybody.